Dito ka pala.
Ay, tulala ka pa. Ganun ba yung isip mo ngayon?
Kagabi pa nga ito, hindi na ako makatulog sa gabi.
Ako pare, talaga mo sa komenta. Lalo na, pagbaba sa totoo.
Kaya nga. Isilisan kaya, kamusta kaya ang buhay pag-ibig?
Buhay pag-ibig ni Rizal. Tara, alamin natin. Dito sa Rizal, Romantic.
Tell me why are we so kind to see that the one sweeter are you and me?
Telephone. Hello? Ay, sorry, wrong number po eh. Sige po, thank you po. Alam niyo ba, ito ang first love ko. Eh si Rizal, kilala niyo kung sinong first love niya? Siya si Segunda Katigbak.
Segunda Katigbak was his photo love. Unfortunately, his first love was engaged to be married to our townmate Manuel Luz.
Sweet nga naman ni Rizal, no? Biro nyo, gumawa siya ng love letter sa pamamagitan ng invisible ink. At alam nyo ba kung sino yung sinulatan niya? Si Leonor Valenzuela, na second love niya.
Sir, bawal po dyan, sir.
Ay, bawal ba? Sorry ah.
Leonor Valenzuela, a tall girl from Bagsangham. Rizal sent her love notes written in invisible ink, but could only be deciphered over the warmth of a lamp or a candle. He visited her on the eve of his departure to Spain and bade her a last goodbye.
Hello? Tawag ako dyan kanina. Hindi naman binigay ng nanay mo eh. Sige na, bye na. Bakit ganun? Ang hirap spellingin ng mga nanay. Parang kay Rizal, lahat ng sulat niya kay Leonor Rivera. Hinaharang niya.
Leonor Rivera, his sweetheart for 11 years, played the greatest influence in keeping him from falling in love with other women during his travel. Unfortunately, Leonor's mother disapproved of her daughter's relationship with Rizal, who was then a known filibustero. She hid from Leonor all letters sent to her sweetheart. Leonor believes that Rizal had already forgotten her. Sadly, consented her to marry the Englishman Henry Keating, her mother's choice.
Umaga na pala.
Diyan na pala kayo. Sa pantulog ko kanina, itong kasama ko, tulog pa rin. Sigurado ko, nananaginip to. Sino kaya naman pa nila? Siguro, si Tony. Ay, naka. Kahit sino nga naman, no? Pag nagmamahal, kahit sa panaginip kasama mo. Parang si Rizal, tunay at tapat ng pagmamahal niya kay Leonor Rivera. Yun ang dahilan, kaya hindi sila nagkatuluyan ni Consuelo Ortega.
Consuelo Ortega E. Rey, the prettier of Don Pablo Ortega's daughters, fell in love with him. He dedicated to her a La Señorita COYR, which became one of his best poems. The Ortega's residence in Madrid was frequented by Rizal and his compatriots. He probably fell in love with her, and Consuelo apparently asked him for romantic verses. He suddenly backed out before the relationship turned into serious romance because he wanted to remain loyal to Leonor Rivera, and he did not want to destroy his friendship with Eduardo Delete, who was madly in love with Consuelo.
O, sa isa na.
Arigato gozaimasu. Alam niyo ba si Rizal nagkaroon din ng relasyon sa isang babaeng Japanese? Yan si Osei-san.
Osei-san, a Japanese samurai's daughter, taught Rizal the Japanese art of painting, known as sumi. She also helped Rizal improve his knowledge of Japanese language. If Rizal, a man without patriotic mission, he would have married this lovely and intelligent woman and lived a stable and happy life with her in Japan, because his Spanish legation there offered him a lucrative job.
Nung magtungo si Rizal sa London, may nakilala siyang isang magandang babae na nagngangalang Gertrude Beckett. At ang simbolo ng kanilang maikling pag-iibigan ay tulad ng skulpturang ito.
Gertrude Beckett, while Rizal was in London annotating the Sucesos de las Islas Filipinas, he boarded in the house of the Beckett family within walking distance of the British Museum. Gertrude, a blue-eyed and buxom girl, was the oldest of the three Beckett daughters. She fell in love with Rizal. Not to help him in painting and sculpture, but Rizal suddenly left London for Paris to avoid Gertrude, who was seriously in love with him. Before leaving London, he was able to finish the group of carving of the Beckett sisters. He gave the group of carving to Gertrude as a sign of their brief relationship.
Pare, ito na yung pinabili mo.
Thank you.
Siya nga pala, musta na si Alex?
Ayun, ganun pa rin.
Eh di, niligawan mo na siya ngayon.
Baka.
Anong baka? Di ba, Christian yun si Alex, tsaka si Joso may gusto rin doon.
Oo.
Eh di, baka matulad ka nung kay Rizal. Gaya nung kay Rizal, maging karelasyon na si Nelly Bausted. Tara, doon na muna tayo.
Sandali! Tama ko! Sandali lang.
Nelly Baustad, Rizal having lost Leonor Rivera, entertained the thought of courting other ladies. While a guest of Baustad family at their residence in the resort city of Biarritz, he had befriended the two pretty daughters of his host, Eduardo Baustad. Rizal used to fence with the sister at the studio of Juan Luna. Antonio Luna, Juan's brother, and also frequent visitors of the Baustads, courted Nelly, but she was deeply infatuated with Rizal. In the party held by Filipinas in Madrid, a drunken Antonio Luna uttered unsavory remarks against Nelly Baustad. He prompted Rizal to challenge Luna into a duel. Fortunately, Luna apologized to Rizal, thus averting tragedy for the compatriots. Their love affair unfortunately did not end in marriage. It failed because Rizal refused to convert to the Protestant faith, as Nelly demanded, and Nelly's mother did not like the position without enough laying clientele to be son-in-law. The lovers, however, parted as good friends when Rizal left Europe.
Ay buhay, sa pag-ibig, expect the unexpected. Hindi porket mahal mo ang isang tao at mahal ka ng taong mahal mo, ibig sabihin hanggang sa wakas ay kayo. Parang si Rizal at si Saint Jacobi, dalawang taong nagmamahalan na kinakailangang magkahiwalay. Sa bagay, kung talagang mahal mo ang isang tao, you need to learn to let her go just to make her happy.
To Saint Jacobi. In 1890, Rizal moved to Brussels because of high cost of living in Paris. In Brussels, he lived in a boarding house of two Jacobi sisters. In time, they fell deeply in love with each other. Saint cried when Rizal left to Brussels and wrote her when he was in Madrid.
Ang pinaka-controversial na babae sa buhay ni Rizal ay ang huling babaeng kanyang minahal at pakakasalan, si Josephine Bracken.
Josephine Bracken, in the last days of February 1895, while still in Dapitan, Rizal met an 18-year-old petite Irish girl with bold blue eyes, brown hair, and happy disposition. She was Josephine Bracken, the adopted daughter of George Tupfer from Hong Kong, who came to Dapitan to seek Rizal for eye treatment. Rizal was physically attracted to her. His loneliness and boredom must have taken the measure of him, and what could be a better diversion than fall in love again? But Rizal's sisters suspected Josephine as an agent of friars, and they considered her as the threat to Rizal's security. Rizal asked Josephine to marry him, but she was not yet ready to make a decision due to her responsibility to the blind Tupfer. Since Tupfer's blindness was untreatable, he left for Hong Kong on March 1895. Josephine stayed their marriage. However, the priest wanted a retraction as a precondition before marrying them. Rizal, upon the advice of his family and friends, and with Josephine's consent, took her as wife even without the church blessing, a result of some incidents which might have shocked or frightened her.
Hello! Siguro naman ngayon, kilala niyo na kung sino yung mga babae ni Rizal. Sa palagay niyo, babaero ba talaga si Rizal? Bahala na lang kayo, musga. Hanggang sa susunod, hanggang sa muli. Paalam!
When it's over, that's the time I fall in love again.
Oo nga eh. Hindi ko na tao, dami mo ba? Ano ang secret yun?